Hello, everybody. Hope you are good. My name is Emma. We have a 10-minute lower leg focus. So we're going to jump straight in. Do grab a block, a strap. Probably a strap is going to be more helpful for you today. I will say that. So put me on pause if you haven't got one already. And maybe just grab like a towel or a dressing gown strap or anything like that. And yeah, play music. Let's get into it. So we're just going to start sitting down with our legs out in front of us. And I'm going to grab my strap straight away. I'm going to bend slightly through this left knee. I'm going to bring my strap or maybe your towel around my foot, my right foot at the front. Now from here, all I'm going to do, if we have to have particularly tight lower legs, I'm just going to draw on this strap and really try and press my heel away from me to stretch through this calf. Now the reason that I'm bending my opposite knee, just so that I don't really worry about this left leg too much, I'm really trying to focus on this stretch through my right leg. You might end up going a little bit further forwards and increasing that intensity through your connection with your towel or your strap. For now, once we've got it, we're going to take a deep breath, really try and flex those toes. Exhale, can you find a little bit more of a release in this stretch? Just holding here. You might find that this side becomes actually a little bit tighter than the other one, or feels, sorry, a little bit tighter than the other one. So maybe we've started on that more intense side for you. Maybe they're both about the same, and we'll find out in a moment. Maybe you can move slightly further forwards. Maybe you just want to hold on to your foot and find the stretch there, and that's absolutely okay too. Let's start to lift up through our chest again. You're still going to hold onto the strap, and this time want to really press the ball of your foot into the strap. So getting a bit more of a stretch through this upper side of our foot, maybe into our ankles, and then draw your foot back. So we've got this full movement now. We're almost pointing our toes and then reaching back. So we've still got this connection through our strap or our towel, but now we're kind of working against it to try and move. I've got some clicks and clunks, perhaps you have as well, through our ankle a little bit more, give ourselves some more space. Maybe moving into some circles now, some rotations through your foot. Again, keep this strap over the ball of your foot. It might feel a little bit funky. It's a little bit unusual. I get that. We're going to leave it there, unravel from your right foot. Little bend in this right knee as you move over to the left. So starting out exactly as we did before. Strap going around that top part of our foot. And we're just going to try and press our heel away. Bring our hands maybe a little bit closer down the strap. Bring your chest slightly further forwards and find that big stretch through your lower leg. And I know we've got quite a lot of tension through this strap or towel, but aiming not to bring those shoulders up and super, super tense through our upper body, but to give yourself a little bit more room in front of you, soften your shoulders, really try and focus on this one place to stretch it to right now. Maybe you can work yourself further forwards. Maybe your hands come around your foot and you're pressing your heel away still. And let's move ourselves back up, coming into that bit more space movement with our foot. Start to send your foot away from you like we're pointing our toes. Still got this connection onto our strap. Move that slightly. And then flex your foot back up. Pressing away. Stretching over the tops of our feet and release back up. And just starting to kind of move through this almost rocking forwards and backwards motion. Your foot doesn't have to come all the way down onto your mat at all. Maybe your range of movement right now is not quite so big, and that's because we need to work on our ankle mobility. Maybe we need a little bit more of this in our day-to-day. Moving into those circles now. Maybe you're good as you are. Maybe things feel great, you just don't have the space. This is fine too. Couple more deep breaths. Moving into your left ankle. And you'll probably find that one side tends to be better than the other, particularly anyone that's had any ankle injuries before. It's really hard to come back from those sorts of imbalances. So that scar tissue buildup can often affect our mobility. It doesn't mean there's any issue there, but we just maybe not having exactly the same range. We're going to let go of this strap now. Pop it down to one side. We can come back to it later if we need it. Bringing your legs around the side of you, hands out the other way. Moving onto all fours and then coming into our downward dog. So tuck your toes behind you, lift your hips up and draw your heels down. Now we didn't come straight into this downward dog, so it gave our legs a little bit of a chance to wake up, but still our downward dog is such a good stretch for our calves, for our ankles, into our lower legs. So have a little pedal out side to side, left and right, maybe holding on one side a little bit longer than the other. Maybe you kind of want to tilt your heels down to one side. Have a little play around. You might find that actually there's a particular part of your lower leg that you really feel like holding in one place stretches into it. So as always, have a play, be curious, see what works. Try and send your hips up, and that extension through our backs is going to help that stretch down to our lower legs as well, because we've got extra height in our hips as we try and draw down with our heels. A little bit more here, just one more breath. We're going to take our right toes up behind us now, reaching high. Doesn't matter where we take these right toes to, it's always going to find more intensity down through this left leg. So just pause for a moment, breathe. And then bringing our right foot forwards all the way towards the front of your mat, to the outside of right hand. We're just going to shuffle ourselves forward and backwards, a little bit like we did with our strap around our foot, but this time moving just through your toes, rocking ourselves back and forth. So really trying to, again, find that space through left ankle, into your left leg, into our hips as well. Any tight hips, you probably know about it now. Okay, coming back to still, putting a bit more weight through your upper body and into this right foot. We're going to just step your left foot a little bit closer towards you, and then lifting your hands so your fingertips are either on the mat or maybe on this right shin. You can wiggle it a little bit more in line with the middle of your mat if you wish. Try and guide your chest down and take a big bend through this back leg. So left knee is bent, right leg is straight. Getting a nice big stretch through the back of your right leg. And now let's lift up these right toes. So coming onto our heel. I know it's coming all the way through the back of our right leg now, from our hamstring through our knee, down towards our calf. Really try and draw your toes up towards you. Again, you can use your hands, if you've got that connection, to bring them up. Press your heel away. Find that lower leg stretch. Gently release right toes back down. Hands onto our mats. Stepping back into our downward dog. Straight away going over to the other side. Your left leg goes high, reaching up. Got this pause, taking a moment to feel that stretch through our right heel, right ankle. Bring your left leg forwards, planting down outside your hands. You can wiggle it a bit further. You don't have to do that in one big step. And then rocking forwards and backwards. Right ankle getting some space. And you might find, again, some clicks and clunks through this right ankle. We might find this is quite intense in our hips, so just taking one more deep breath. Can you tell I've got tight hips today? We're going to then send our weight forwards, stepping those right toes back, forward, and wiggling your left foot if you need. Fingertips either on your mat or onto your shin. Try and draw your chest further down to start this big release down through the back of our left leg. Using our deep breath, can you move a little bit further into it? Bending right knee. Toes now lifting up. So pressing away through left heel. Maybe again, hands onto your toes. Encourage that extra bit of space. Bringing your toes back down, hands on the ground, stepping your way back, knees onto the mat, bottom back to heels, just finish in a child's pose. Take a deep breath, feel your upper body folding over your lap. Hands sliding back towards you. Lift through your chest. Taking one big releasing breath to finish. Deep breath in through your nose. Big exhale out through your mouth. Shoulders soft. Thank you very, very much for joining me for that 10-minute lower leg focus. I hope your calves, your ankles, everything feels that little bit like it's got more space. Come back to this at any point. Ask me anything else you wish to on WhatsApp, and I will see you very, very soon. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.